Hello and welcome back to another part of Shadow Piece, the right thing for you to watch if you are in need for some One Piece content now that One Piece is actually on a break for over a month. It's over 50 episodes of a what if scenario and even more to come with weekly releases, so tune in and why don't you press that subscribe button, and yes, I'm telling that right to start. Here we are. Last week everything seemed to be over. Moria got knocked over by Kaido. He's unconscious because he couldn't move, because some mysterious force just didn't allow him to. He was just being held down by some mysterious female voice. But what was going on there? We didn't really get an answer for that yet. So let's see what happens this week. Is everything over? Did the raid lose? Is the alliance doomed to fail now that their leader, Moria, Gecko Moria, the Emperor of Death, is not here anymore? Well, the ace of the raid is unconscious, like I said, and he's falling to his death right now. Nobody's occupying Kaido and Big Mom at the moment. So this whole scenario it's quite dangerous, but Big Mom, she's also up to something. At the end she flew up into the sky because Napoleon and Prometheus asked her to do something for them. And that thing that they want to do was the creation of a new special homie. A special homie called Hera. Hera in this version is going to do a few things here. So now she has Hera, Prometheus, Napoleon, and Zeus. First of all, Big Mom uses an attack called Fulgora, which is a lightning-based attack with Hera together, to send Kid and Killer both indoors with a powerful lightning blast that she soon follows after to look after the two rookies however far they might have flown. And then Law uses his own abilities of his room and his teleporting to get himself and Ryuma and Zeus as well, because Zeus is still imprisoned inside of this metallic thing, inside of Onigashima as well. Well, conveniently they are also landing quite near Epsilon, who is right now heading still for Momo. But Ryuma decided to go to whatever location his warrior instinct tells him to go. Because normally in the actual canon version, Zoro would be here and he would be so injured that Law would order Sanji to bring Zoro to Chopper to take care of it. But Ryuma is doing well, he's not really injured, so he's just going to go wherever he might think he will be useful to protect the people, make sure that this whole thing turns out well. Moria's fight is up there against Kaido, so that's not his fight, but let's see how all of this turns out. So now let's go. Zeus flies off instantly. After Law teleported them, Zeus is not anymore captured inside of this metallic thing that Kid created. So this is his time to look for Big Mom and reunite with her. And Law, well, he does the same. He wants to fight Big Mom. But instead of going to the same direction that Zeus is going, he's going in a different direction, because maybe he thinks he knows better than Zeus where Big Mom is, even though Zeus has like the soul connection to Big Mom. So Epsilon continues onto his way to Momonosuke until he encounters Izo and Kawamatsu. And as it turns out, we now learn that all of the Scabbards split up into multiple groups, because Nekomamushi wants to help Pedro and his people against Perospero. Kinemon and Kiku decided to race to Momo as fast as they can to protect the next shogun. And Izu and Kawamatsu, well, they are heading to reinforce the main fighting force inside of the live performance stage probably, or wherever they are needed as well. It's similar to what Ryuma wants to do. And now that Absalom knows that Momo is already safe, he heads to the live floor as well, because there is probably the most going on in this stage right now that he might be able to help over there. So meanwhile, Kid and Killer have been blasted at, well, a good distance indoor. The damage to them was minor, so they just shook off the attack and also started actively looking for Big Mom. Like, they want to fight her. But that is until they encounter Hawkins, another member of the worst generation. Well, and because another member of the Supernova is blocking their way, they can't just continue like normal. And this is the point where Killer offers to take care of Hawkins, so that his captain Kid can go after Big Mom. It's only normal the captain would take care of the Yonko and Killer is supporting Kid from somewhere else. Now, let's take a look at the second floor. Page 1 has finally caught up with Komachio and is trying to climb up the Komainu, that's the race that Komachio is, to get to Perona and Doflameso. For whoever is new here, Doflameso is the ace corpse that was acquired at Marineford and has now the shadow of Doflamingo that was defeated in the Dressrosa arc from Moria. But while all of this is going on, well, page 1 is still being bombarded by different types of hollows from Perona and shadow strings from Ace Dofi. He doesn't seem to care about the damage too much though and continues clinging on. At this point, all of the people here, page 1, Ulti, Perona, Ace, Tama, Komachiyo, all of them ran into Big Mom because Big Mom is also just walking around looking for people here. And Big Mom, well, she recognizes Perona as a commander of Maria. But what was the second commander of the Whitebeard Pirates doing here? He should be dead. This is not normal. Why is this corpse here? And when she sees Tama, she happily greets the young girl. When she hears that Kaido has burned down Okaburo Town, the town that actually helped Big Mom when she had her amnesia, she gets furious. And, well, because page 1 was the one who told her that, she takes out her anger on the poor lad. She knocks out the approaching page 1 with a single Conqueror's Haki infused fist. And we all know that Haki with like Conqueror's Haki in Big Mom's hand is probably one of the most powerful things in the entirety of the One Piece universe that we have met so far. Probably next to the Hakai of the Big Mom and Kaido, or the Sovereignty of the Ocean Sovereignty I think is the name. These attacks are probably top tier and the strongest things that we have seen so far. And this is crazy. Ulti witnessed the attack, and because she loves her brother more than anything else, she doesn't care that it was the Yonko. She starts running towards them, and just wants to take care of Big Mom and everybody else there. And even though it's Ace's body, it's Doflamingo's shadow, and Doflamingo is quite the scheming person. So with this mindset that he has, he tries to turn the two angry ladies, not page 1, that's not a lady, Ulti and Big Mom, against each other. But both just yell at him to shut up because they are not being controlled by some weird guy who's already dead. Big Mom doesn't plan to attack the Strawhat Pirates. And even though Whitebeard is already dead, she still respects Whitebeard for having established a happy family and for how strong he was and being together on the Rocks Pirates and all of these stuff. So there is a form of respect here. So basically, Big Mom would just leave these younglings here to deal with whatever they want to do, like their own fights, just Perona and Ace versus page 1 and Ulti, even though page 1 is unconscious right now. Well, however, that would have been the case if something didn't happen. With an Zagan, Ulti manages to catch up finally to the people here and headbutts the lion dog on the ground, which results to Perona flying off and just not being sent like flying, but because Perona can't fly, she just jumps off the lion dog and flies to safety. And Ace just jumps off when the dog tumbles over. But Tama is not that athletic as other people. Tama is crying here. Tama sees her friend being knocked over and badly hurt by Ulti's attack. So she is just there looking at her partner, seeing if he's actually doing okay, and just crying. And Ulti, well, she doesn't mind. Ulti picks up Tama and slaps her left and right to tell her stop crying or you will be dead at the end of this. And this in turn makes Big Mom quite menacing. Big Mom is furious. You can't just do this. Not only Big Mom, but also Perona is mad. Big Mom sees Tama as a sweet child she has to protect because Big Mom has this whole thing that she's a mother. Especially to younger people who can't really protect themselves at this moment, she really wants to protect them and make sure that they're safe. And well, Perona, at first I thought maybe Perona also sees Tama as her daughter, but Perona is still too young for that, so Perona sees Tama as something like a little sister, I would assume, and just wants to take care of her and make sure that she's safe basically. This is the point where Big Mom strikes the Tobiropo member with a basic electrical attack, followed by Perona's first attack called the Rainbow Hollow Barrage. It's a combination of 7 different hollow types, because we know that Perona can use the depressive hollows, the explosive hollows and all these different things, but in this version Perona has trained even more to learn how to use burning hollows, explosive hollows, electric hollows, entangling hollows, freezing hollows, negative hollows, and violet hollows, resembling all of the 7 colors in the rainbow. So Ulti manages to dodge some of the ghosts and tanks the rest of them, because an Ancient Zoan, well, they can tank most of the stuff that is being thrown at them, but she jumps at Perona and grapples her and is ready for a headbutt with her Zoan fruit, because her dinosaur is a dinosaur that is known for the headbutting ability and a very strong head, but a skull that is quite destructive. And Perona would have been badly hurt here if, like, she wouldn't be rescued by someone. Even though it might not have been the plan of someone to rescue her, it still happens. Big Mom is now here to defeat Ulti and rescue Perona at the same time. This is the first combo attack from Prometheus, Napoleon, and Hera, which is called Mazer Ho, which pierces right through Ulti and just knocks her out for the moment. So here we are, and the new homies, like the new homie trio, celebrates their first combo attack. Prometheus and Napoleon obviously simping for Hera because she's the first female homie in their trio, because she just got replaced. She just replaced Zeus, who was another male. Even though that does make sense. Why are they male? I mean, I feel like Big Mom could control that, but they are all part of Big Mom's soul, so why would they be male? I don't know. I don't know how Big Mom's fruit works. It's confusing, man. So Zeus finally catches up with Mama and tries to join the celebration, but he's left heartbroken when Big Mom rejects him. And this rejection is not ending here yet. Big Mom also orders Hera to eat Zeus up. In this version, Zeus has never met anyone like Nami, and he doesn't really have a friendship with anyone out there. So there is one girl present, however. You already know I'm talking about Perona, because Perona loves cute things. She loves Kumashi, especially when he's not talking, because he's not cute when he's talking. But Zeus is adorable even when he's talking. So Perona kind of wants to help Zeus, even though they don't know each other. So sneakily, Perona fires off one of her electric hollows at Zeus. But it seems that she was like a bit too late, and Zeus was consumed before Perona's plan came to fruition. Tama is now, well, scared of the big actions that Big Mom actually did. Olin seemed so nice to her, but now she actually made her own people be eaten up by someone else of her crew. This whole thing is quite disturbing for a small child. In the trio, so Ace, Perona, and Tama, leave together with Komashio, who got up again. But Big Mom doesn't plan to chase them, because she doesn't care about them. They're members of the Thriller Bar crew, and she said that she wouldn't mess with them, so that's just how it ends here. However, just as Big Mom is about to walk away, the Emperor gets slammed into the ground by something called Punk Gibson, and attacked by a kid, and it's quite powerful, because just imagine this. Kid appears from nowhere, from somewhere high up, and just with this giant metallic arm similar to some sort of gear-free attack from Luffy, he just slams Big Mom into the ground and makes her crash through multiple layers of this building. So now, a short bit later, Law also joins this battle, offering Kid a temporary alliance to take care of the female Yonko, because both of them are pretty sure that alone they probably wouldn't be able to handle Big Mom, but together they for sure can. So, in the first floor attic, Shinobu is hiding together with Momo, but Yamato is rushing somewhere else. Yamato wants to go to the Skull Dome, and she also has something to maybe distract the people or deceive them, because Yamato has a small like makeshift doll of Momonosuke hidden inside her like kimono or whatever it's called, what she's wearing. So she rushes off and just wants to make sure that everybody chases after her instead of Momo. And after reading Odin's journal, Momo also has found a new resolve and is more sure than ever he cannot die. He is necessary for the future of this island, maybe even for the entirety of the world. And this is crazy, because kilometers below Onigashima, Moria just plunged into the ocean. His loss against Kaido is undeniable, but that's no problem. With All Speak, the voice of all things, the female voice from earlier transmits a message to Momonosuke, which the young boy has to spread to all of their allies. Receiving this mysterious message has left Momonosuke with a massive headache and him rolling on the ground. But shortly after, Kinemon and Kiku finally arrive at the location of the leader, but so did Kanjuro disguised as Odin once again. Even though Kiko knows the truth and knows that this can't be Odin because this already happened once, she hesitated to attack the body of her former master. It just felt wrong to her. It felt disrespectful to attack Odin. And this is the chance that the traitor Kanjuro actually used. He just straight up stabbed through Kiku, which is just menacing, just incredible. But Kinemon takes the place of Kiku because he can't watch this any longer, and he cuts down the imposter. But out of nowhere, Kaido suddenly appears, smashing Kinemon straight into the ground with his Kanabo, probably infused with Conqueror's Haki as well from the depiction of this image. And if you ask me, I still am not sure how Kinemon survives all this, but here we are at the end of Wano basically, if you are caught up with the manga, because this all here is already manga spoilers if you think about it. So Kinemon is getting squashed by the Kanabo, but this is, well, it's a bit hard here. The Foxfire gets struck down, and Shinobu grabs Momo to run away once more because they can't handle Kaido. Even though Kinemon is so badly hurt, he still attempts to fight Kaido and give Momo some more time to get away from this location. So he uses his broken blades that was broken by Kaido's attack and just stabs the broken thing inside of Kaido. But he can barely even stand from all the injuries. However, all of this doesn't work out. Kaido takes Kiku's sword and impales Kinemon with it. What the ironic thing. Before even going after Momonosuke, the young boy has grown smarter over his journey as well. So as he got carried by Shinobu, he uses a frog mirror he snatched earlier from someone of the Beast Pirates to transmit a message. Basically the message he got from this mysterious female voice. But what this message is, well, this will be something that we only learn later. First of all, Momo is still running away, and at this point, Kaido cornered Shinobu and Momo, but before he can actually manage to hit them with his Kanabo, Shinobu uses her rot fruit, or mature fruit, to rot away the edge of the island, making both her and Momo fall off Onigashima. Yamato then challenged her father Kaido at the top of Onigashima because she has reached the Skull Dome. This shall be the end of their family ties, but also a way to buy more time for Maria. Kaido takes this challenge head on. Using his full dragon form, he flies back up onto the rooftop to see Yamato standing there ready for battle. And he transforms into his hybrid form for this battle because he is not underestimating his own blood, his own child. Now let's go over to the live stage. On the live floor, Zombiebeard is currently fighting against a fully transformed queen. The plague is getting slammed on the ground left and right, over and over again, until the Whitebeard picks him up and throws the Brachiosaurus away. Queen then shoots a black coffee beam straight at Whitebeard, from his mouth. This guy is a cyborg, he has all these different shenanigans inside of his body. Whitebeard's body, his body just says he can't run away from this attack. Whitebeard never runs away from attack. He doesn't have any scars on his back, and what's one more scar on the front of his chest or just tanking this damage? It's not anything he has to be scared about. And even if the shadow, the mind of Katakuri, wanted to dodge this attack, Katakuri is mostly would like to change his body and shapeshift it with his Machi powers to dodge the attack or make the attack miss, but because he doesn't have this ability, the attack just hits them. And after tanking the attack, Zombiebeard charges at the All-Star, but Queen counters with his cybernetically enhanced neck, which is used to bite off part of Whitebeard's neck. Well, not the neck, it's the extended neck from Queen, and he bites at Whitebeard's chest, biting off a part of Whitebeard's chest. In the canon version, he only bit Chopper and maybe made him bleed something, but because it's a Zombiebeard, I'm more open to actually make him lose a few parts of his body. So Queen actually bites off part of Whitebeard's chest, his abs or his pecs or something, just spitting it out like the rotten flesh that Whitebeard already has. At this point, Bao Huang also tells everyone that Moria has lost and is dead. All at Kaido's hand. Kaido has killed the leader of this alliance, and this fight is basically over. All of the alliance should surrender now. Obviously, this affects the alliance's morale, and people like the Strawhat Pirates deny the fact that this could have happened because they believe that Moria is stronger than what these people think. And people like Law and Maria, not Law and Kid, also feel like, I don't feel like this guy would lose this easily. He said that he would take this alone, and we feel like this is really possible for him. It is, if he loses, he's going to be like the laughing stock of all of these people here, because then Kid will take care of Kaido probably. So Perospero normally would be here shooting candy arrows, but because Petro is still keeping him busy, he's not at the live floor, and all the samurai here don't get bombarded by the arrows. So now we continue with the fight of Queen and Whitebeard. Queen continues to fight against the Kaiser zombie, and he's getting more and more confident as time passes. His fear has disappeared. At first he saw the body of a Yonko, of the strongest man alive, Whitebeard, even though he's not alive anymore. So he used basically all of his attacks like in his arsenal, just thinking about how to brag to King and other people that he defeated the strongest man in the world. But this is like, as this fight went on, he noticed this can't be the strongest man in the world. He feels off, and we all know that Whitebeard died in Marineford, so there has to be something wrong with all of the scenario. It might be an illusion, it might be something else, but it feels really physical. So this is quite weird, but he feels like he can actually win against this creature here. But this is until he hears a roar. I'm not going to make this a roar, just think of the sound of a beast approaching the live floor, the sound of a lion roaring as he rushes over there from a higher floor. Absalom rushes over and screams as he jumps off a higher floor, kicking Queen in his back with a griffin dive. This is his new attack, a diving attack, because he obviously is based on tigers, lions, all these different things. Gorillas are also, I think, in his design. But the griffin is a mythical beast combined of multiple different animals, so this is very fitting for him. This attack sends Queen flying and crashing into the ground with tremendous speed, hurting him in the process. And while all of this is happening, Ryuma also casually walks up to Hawkback, as he arrived around the same time as Absalom, just from a different entrance. And then the Alliance hears Momo's message. Together with Absalom's attack, the morale is restored once again, pushing it possibly even higher than before, because Momo's message is as follows. He tells the Alliance to continue fighting. Don't give up, no matter what the Beast Pirates tell you. The Thriller Bar captain, Gecko Moria, will return stronger than ever, and they will be victorious before the dawn. And this is the point where we see Moria smile in the water and people from Lost Pirates group approaching him in their submarine. But this has to wait until next week when we continue where we left off. But so let's just say I really enjoyed doing this video once again, and I hope you enjoyed as well. If you did, why don't you consider clicking on the like button, and as I said at the beginning of the video, why don't you click on the subscribe button as well. I don't know if I'm calling this throughout often for you to subscribe, but it would really mean the world to me. And we can see each other again in other videos. I'm trying to get my first episode of my original fantasy story out on Thursday, but it's still a lot of work to do, and let's see if it will be this week or maybe sometime in the future. Until then, I hope all of you take care of yourselves and be ready to see what Moria is up to in the upcoming episodes. Until then, all of you take care of yourselves, stay cultured, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hot. Until then.